This is 321 Birchwood Circle. I need somebody to go out and knock on my neighbor's door because he's got a no trespassing against me. Excuse me, I'm thrown up. And turn his yard guard all the way down or off. I've been working out in the backyard. And I'm getting really, I can't keep anything down when that thing is running. And I do have a civil suit starting against him. No, I just need to go in the house. But I need to get done what I was doing. I'm sorry, honey. I just need for them to knock it. Tell them to either turn it down or turn it off or something. It's too high pitched. No, honey, it's a yard guard. It's a high pitched frequency. And it beats and it puts off a real high whistle. I'm at 321 Birchwood Circle. I'm in the back car. No, ma'am, I just need to get back in the house. It's such a high-pitched whistle, it affects... It's such a high-pitched whistle that it... Yes, ma'am. And I'm trying to get dog food picked up. I've hung my wash out. You know, so... And the last time I had I just need for them, they can leave the damn thing on, I don't care, if they just turn it down. Yes, ma'am, it's a yard guard, it's an ultrasonic, pest control. He's doing it to be hateful and to torture us because I do have chihuahuas, they do come outside occasionally, and they do bark occasionally. And I am in the middle of it. Right now, I've got my attorney working on it. We are doing a civil suit for cease and desist. Yes, ma'am. No, I don't. I'll be okay once I get over that. I just need to get in the house. But my name is Patricia Marazon. This is like the 15th time I've called you and asked you about them. I'm not trying to be hateful. I just want to live without being tortured. I can't work in my backyard. It's 214-213-7499. No, ma'am. I'm still in the back. I want somebody to see that I'm actually sick from it. I was fine all day until I started out here about 30 minutes ago doing wash, doing pickup food. I mean, I even have a bucket. It's 317. I mean, I even have a bucket of crap I'm throwing up in. Yes, ma'am. And I can't even open the windows in my house, painting. I can only open the front window. I can't do anything. I have a 17-year-old granddaughter that lives with me, and it makes her sick if I open up the window. And we are doing a civil suit. No, ma'am. Like, there's nothing that they can do. Yes, please. Because I want to show them that I'm actually sick. I mean, this is not the first time that they've had to come out over this. I don't want to take away from somebody that needs them worse than I do, but they gotta quit torturing me. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and leave my bucket out here. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Oh, my. Tyler! 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 Come help me in the house, please.
Have a seat now, but when you just a second, okay? Sorry about that.
That's not a problem.
My partner's helping me working on this case also, so.
Oh, good.
How are you, ma'am?
I'm sorry?
What is that?
Oh, I'm sorry, that's my e-cigarette.
Oh.
I smoke, and I don't do tobacco anymore.
Oh, okay.
And it's,
Huh.
Yeah, it's a nice stuff because you can't even really smell it. And
Interesting.
you don't smell like cigarettes.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
something that, you know, I had to get off cigarettes.
Well, Patricia, I'm investigator Hannah. This is my partner, investigator Phillips. Tell me what's going on between you and your neighbor.
A pain in the neck. It started, my neighbor across the alley has two of my dogs.
Do you mind if I sit there
No, that's
where I can
fine.
ride over here? I can start taking some notes here. There we go. All right. Go ahead.
Okay, my neighbor is upset because we keep Ruthie's dog, she's 82. When she goes to the hospital, the doctor's office and all that, he filed a suit against us for too many dogs and barking. That case was dismissed back in June.
Okay.
Since June, I have been locking the girls in the house a lot and going outside with them when they go to the bathroom. He's not happy over this.
Okay.
He purchased what is called a Birdex or Yard Guard.
Okay.
Installed it on his air conditioner.
Okay.
It does, this is the wrong one, I'm gonna get one because it's all underlined. It states do not point it towards another person's house because of the high pitch frequency. We have a 17-year-old granddaughter that lives with us. It just started in with a migraine headache. And I realized that this Yard Guard, he had it turned up full blast. This was last Saturday. This is the newest incident. I did call the police line and for non-emergency. I had proof right there where I was sick. I asked the officer if he would like to take it with him. The time before that, to prove that I was sick, I did throw up in the shower. He sent us a letter. We are not allowed to knock on his door. Because the teenager, here it is. This is a Yard Guard. And I highlighted the certain areas. This is the letter he sent us because we knocked on his door to ask him if he would turn it down so we could get some relief. You can hear it in our house.
So are you within 10 feet?
Oh, absolutely. His air conditioner is almost on top of my fan. And anybody under the age of 25, and there was an officer out, he actually said that he could hear it. And if it is a prolonged period of time.
Yeah, that officer said he had to get right up to it to hear.
Yeah. If it is a long, prolonged period of time, it will cause problems. The 17-year-old is in school.
Because of this?
Yes, because of the nausea, the headaches. I have been physically sick.
Tell me about you being physically sick.
I start out with a mild headache.
Okay.
Then he has done nothing but terrorize us.
So here's my question. When you say you got sick, talk to me about that. How did this thing make you sick? What did you do?
Okay. I was out hanging wash.
Okay.
Because I hang my wash out on nice days. This was Saturday.
Okay.
Started getting an inkling of a headache and wasn't even thinking about, his yard guard or anything, because I was hanging wash and picking up doggy daisies, and it started blowing into a full-blown headache within 15 minutes. And then I started getting the nausea. And I took a trash can and I literally humiliated myself outside, throwing up in it.
And why did you do that? Where did you get the trash can from?
I got it from inside the house.
Why didn't
I
you
had my
stay
granddaughter bring it out.
Why?
I need proof, and the police officers just don't throw up in those yards. Just, take a trash can or whatever.
Because I'm going to tell you, Patricia, because there's always two sides to the story, okay?
Exactly. He's using that because he was angry because of the dog.
And I believe that, he's probably angry about the dog, so he put this thing out.
Yes.
And I believe you're saying you don't like this thing messing with your dog, so now you're saying you're making you sick.
My dogs don't. It doesn't bother them.
Patricia, let me tell you something, okay? I've seen your throw-up pits, okay? I've seen the whole thing, because he's been recording every one.
Okay, good.
Okay? And I will tell you, I'm just going to be real honest with you. It don't look real to me. It looks completely staged. No, it's not. Now, here's what we're going to do, okay? Here's the problem that I have. Now, I've got two people bickering. Instead of being neighborly and working this out, he's probably doing some things he shouldn't do, but so are you, okay? And that's point blank. That's about as honest I can be with you, okay? I've seen the video, my partner's seen the video, and I'm telling you, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life, okay? All right? That is not in the least a person that is, you can tell when you walk out there, you're looking around, you staged everything, and then all of a sudden, okay, here we go, then you start acting sick, okay?
And it was not.
It's on video, Patricia.
Okay.
Okay? Now, here's the question. Here's what you need to ask yourself. Okay? You're not talking to your neighbor, or your daughter, or your granddaughter, or anybody else. Now, you're sitting here talking to two police investigators that's trying to figure out what's going on in this case. Okay? And this is what's important. And that's telling the truth. Okay? I don't care about that, because I had an officer that put his head up to it just to hear it.
My
Okay?
daughter also has the video.
And I'm telling you this, that whole I could take that video right now, present it before a DA, let you write your statement and say it made me sick, and I can present that video and then probably file a false report on you. Okay? Because it's painfully obvious that you staged this entire thing. And I'm sorry, but that is the truth. Okay? I understand you're frustrated. I understand you're upset with your neighbor. But the last thing you want to do, are you the primary caregiver for everybody in that house?
Mm-hmm.
This is not trouble that you need, okay? okay? I can help you deal with the neighbor. I can help you deal with the dogs, okay? But you're gonna have to be honest with me, okay? And this whole throwing up thing, everybody here knows that's not true,
Okay,
okay? Now I need you to be honest about that,
okay.
because I got you on video.
Okay, that's fine. I was sick, but I did not throw up as bad.
Okay. Now we're playing semantics, all right? I need you to be honest with me, Patricia.
It does.
You did not get sick.
No.
Okay. Now here's the thing. If we're going to work this out, okay, we've all got to be honest. Okay, we know this thing ain't making you sick. All right?
Oh, it is.
I can guarantee you the day that you walked outside.
No, not the day that I walked outside.
And he's got you on video. That's a bunch of bull crap, and you know
Yeah.
it. Isn't it?
Yeah.
You made all that up.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So
now let's deal with how best we can help you.
yeah, how can we fix the situation?
We can fix the situation by him not turning it on facing my home. That is considered a
How do you know when he turns it on?
oh honey, it has a high-pitched whistle. It also beeps constantly. Anytime the wind blows, it beeps. I have talked to people at Yard Guard.
And I'm assuming you've talked to this man about this problem.
He will not allow me to knock on his door. 'Cause
Well,
we
obviously
have
there's a
police-
reason for that because there's been prior assumptions.
No.
Well,
There
yeah,
has
there
been no
has to have
problem.
been.
No.
Have you called 911 on him?
Just to go over and ask him to turn it down because
Okay.
of the
Well, then
teenager
that's what I mean,
being
there's
sick.
prior stuff.
Yes.
I'm sure that, yeah. that's
Because
why
the
he's done that.
teenager, according,
The teenager's yours?
is my granddaughter, I have responsibility of her.
Okay.
She was carrying a bucket out and asked Debbie literally, Debbie, can you come to the fence? I need to talk to you. This is over a weekend. She's heaving her guts up. People under 25 can hear this.
But you're not under 20.
I can hear this. My daughter will play you the recording.
Okay, we're gonna back up this now, okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna try to help you with this
Thank you.
situation, okay? But understand, and I need to make this perfectly clear,
Mhm.
we know that you lied about getting sick because it's all staged, we see it on
Okay.
video,
I
okay?
admit that.
All right? So, we're not gonna talk about you anymore,
Okay.
all right? I'll have to look into that and I'll have to work that out, okay?
Please do.
Because I will tell you this, from what I've read on this thing, 'cause I've done my research also, it gets a little chirpy. And the officer that went out there, and I haven't heard it, I haven't been out there in here as my partner, he stuck his head up to it to hear it, okay? Now, I don't know, I'm just telling you what I know about it, okay? But you're telling me that your 17-year-old granddaughter,
We can hear it. She can hear it in the house.
she can hear it in the house.
Okay.
Because I will tell you, I'm gonna bring your 17-year-old, we're gonna talk to
Okay.
her in
Okay.
the same manner,
Okay, good.
because we've already proved,
Right.
and we've already established that y'all are willing, or at least you are willing, to be a little deceitful here to try to get this thing resolved. And I'm telling you, I wanna get it resolved
Oh, I do
without
too.
deceit, without anything, okay?
I want to get this resolved. I want that thing to quit making such high-pitched noises. I can't I get angry.
Obviously.
No. I am not an angry person by nature. It is a subliminal that it actually vibrates in the head. You know, go figure. FDA, yes, has approved it, but it is not intended to be aimed at a neighbor's yard.
What does it do to your dogs?
Nothing,
Makes them go in your house?
no. They just stay outside and just,
So.
Is there a
you
front,
have-
back, and side of this thing, or what?
Yeah, I don't.
it's just, it's,
So you have better hearing than your dogs? That's
they
what-
don't
that's
bother
what
my dogs
I
a
mean,
bit.
I'm trying to understand, Patricia,
I don't know what it is, why it is, but it does not bother my animals. It bothers one.
Okay.
It bothers Laurel.
Who's the girl out here?
That
That's
is
your daughter or
my
your granddaughter?
daughter that lives with us, and also, she has the recordings and stuff like that.
Recordings of what?
The noise that it's making.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to figure out what the criminal aspect of all this is. So far,
It's civil.
well, you're right, but so far the only criminal thing that I've heard of since we've been in the room is you making a false report about where you're throwing up and it's horrible and all that kind of crap. I mean, because that's what you got right now,
That's what we have right now.
okay? Where you're the bad guy for making the false report.
Right.
I mean, that's clearly been established here. So I'm trying to figure out why the police department is involved in this at this point in time.
We keep calling them out to ask them to please, because we are not allowed to knock on his door.
Because of prior issues and everything else.
That would be where you called on him before.
No, this was even before all this.
Yes, it was.
No, this was before all, well, we got the letter after this, but we knocked on the door. The teenager literally asked, "Can you please turn it down?" And I mean, he was very rude to her.
Yeah, and Patricia, I want you to understand where we're coming from.
I understand where
There's
you're
two
coming
sides
from.
of a coin.
Yes, sir.
I understand you wouldn't want your dogs being messed with. I get that.
I
I've
don't
got a
care.
dog and
They're
I don't want
inside.
my dog messed with,
My
okay?
dogs are mostly inside dogs.
But this guy has filed cases on you for dogs barking, too many dogs, all kinds of different things,
Yeah,
okay?
well.
And you're upset with him. He's upset with you, okay? We gotta figure out how to make this thing work, all right?
Don't leave the stupid thing off, leave me alone.
Okay, are you
I
gonna
have-
keep your dogs from barking?
My dogs rarely bark.
Well, I would just
Animals
prove that because
just
there's
don't.
video of that also.
Okay.
All
They
right,
do not
listen to me,
bark
this is what you're
for
not
minutes.
getting, okay? This is what you're not getting. He's got a complaint, you've got a complaint, and we gotta figure out how to work this thing out, okay?
Short of telling y'all to both grow up quit acting like little kids, I
No,
don't
John.
really know what to do there.
Do you own that house that you're in?
No, I do not. I rent it. I've been there almost 20 years. We've had no problems
Okay.
up until his dog died. And when his dog died, he went overboard. His dog actually, it was a wolf. None of us in the neighborhood reported it. It bit me. I knew it was current on its shot, so I didn't call the city, being a good neighbor. But when his dog Bear passed away, I mean, we even made him a plaque. When Debbie's father passed away, we went over and cleaned her house and got it ready for the wake. I have, trimmed their yard when they were gone, just to be a nice neighbor.
So what has happened recently?
Nothing. He is upset.
How many dogs do you currently have?
I have Ruthie's dog. She is at the doctor's.
Okay, but you keep them there all the time.
No, not all the time.
That ain't what all your neighbors are saying.
I still haven't heard the number. How many dogs are there?
I own 3 dogs.
Okay.
How many dogs are at your house right now?
Right now, there are 5 because
Okay, how many
Ruthie
does
is
the
at
city
the
allow
doctor's.
you to have?
3 with visitation.
3 visitation, but according to the neighbors that I've talked to, visitation is all the time. Okay, so now,
They run over in and out.
listen to me, Patricia, you want me to keep pushing, then here we go. Alright, I've already caught you lying once, now I'm fixing to catch you lying again. Those aren't Ruth's dogs, those are yours. Now, you're playing a little game with the city. You know it and I know it, okay? That's what I'm talking about, Patricia. Every time I turn around, there's one consistent thing here, and that's you're not being completely straight up with it, okay?
Ginger is going to Thomas Gilman on the 25th.
I don't
What does that
know.
mean?
Ginger is my dog,
Okay.
one of my dogs. Peaches is one of my dogs.
Okay,
She is going, Ruth is 82 years old.
okay. Ruth's dogs, Ruth is 82 years old. And
Ruth
you got
is
her 2
82.
dogs.
She has 2 dogs.
How long have you been babysitting these dogs?
Off and on.
Not off and on. How long have the dogs been in your house?
Oh, probably a year and a half, 2
A year
years.
and a
And
half.
those dogs live there.
They
Those
don't-
dogs live
Yeah,
there.
if they've been there for
they
that
go
long, they
over
live
there
there.
and they do sleep and eat.
Oh, mighty girl.
You've got 5 dogs living in your house.
Put it this way, if those,
Okay.
if those are real people like you treat them, and they live there for a year and a half, you'd have to file eviction papers to get them out.
That's what I'm talking about,
So-
Tricia. You can't be honest about
So
anything.
you can smile and act all cute about this crap
No,
all you
that's-
want, but you're in the wrong here.
Okay, I'm in the wrong.
So how do we fix that?
Okay, my 2 dogs, I will have 3 dogs by the 25th.
Okay, where are the other 2 going?
One is going to Thomas Giltner, who is an attorney,
Okay. When?
on the 25th.
Okay, so now you're down to 4. You're still in violation.
Peaches is going to go to a non-kill shelter
Okay? And that's when?
as soon as I find a no-kill shelter.
Okay, so we don't really know when.
Within the
So
next
you still got 4.
4 dogs. No, I have 3 then.
But now currently you have 5, and you're down to 4 when the attorney takes one, and now you're down
And then
to
the
4.
other one will go to the shelter.
But we don't know when that's gonna happen, so you're still in
That's gonna
violation.
happen within the next week.
Okay. So now you're down to 3, and that's good?
I think so. I think you're allowed 3, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And originally, the city, when they came out, and I wish to God I had recorded it, they said you can have 2 outside and 3 inside. This is what
I
the
don't know about
lady
that.
told
Okay.
us.
I don't know about that. I think
I
the city
mean-
says you can have 3. Is that not
Well,
correct?
It is 3,
Okay.
but when
So here's my question, Patricia. I want you to put yourself in my shoes for a minute. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
Okay, you're the policeman, all right? You talk to this side, you talk to this side. But every time I talk to Patricia, there's one more little thing I find out she's not being completely honest about, and fudging a little bit, or lying about. So who am I supposed to believe in this thing? You get where I'm coming
Who
from?
is she supposed to believe? Because she's police.
Oh yeah, who are you gonna believe? You the police.
I
just like-
believe that he is terrorizing.
Okay, you believe that he's terrorizing?
Yes,
Because you're taking the word of somebody that's already lied to you twice.
I believe
And lied
that
to the city,
machine.
and lied to members of the animal shelter, and code enforcement people. You've lied to all them. You've lied to the police.
Well, 2 dogs are in Ruth's name, and they do go over to her yard.
They live at your house and have for a year and a half. They're your dogs.
Well,
Who feeds
basically,
them?
yes. Well, Ruthie sometimes.
Who feeds the dogs?
I feed them, Ruthie feeds them, Taylor feeds them, Melissa feeds
It
them.
don't make a dang
It
good
doesn't matter,
feeling.
okay?
It really,
It doesn't matter. Here's where we're at, okay? I'm gonna let the city know that when are you gonna be down to the correct number of dogs?
By the 25th.
The 25th. So come the 25th, I can send animal control out there, and if you have more than 3 dogs, we can take 2.
Exactly.
Okay? By the 25th.
Yes.
You realize that's 10 days away?
Yes.
All right, I will be in contact with the animal shelter.
Okay.
All right? I will talk to my supervisor about you lying to us. Okay?
Okay.
And I don't know what's gonna happen with that right now. Because technically you committed a criminal offense
I did not know that.
by giving a false report. It's an abuse of 911 by calling and saying you're sick when you were not. We're not getting back into that. You've already said that you
Yeah, we've
lied.
already established.
We're not dealing with that anymore.
Did not.
We're not getting back into that, okay? You said a while ago you lied, you know you lied, and we're not talking about it anymore. Right?
Right.
Okay. We've got to deal with this neighbor situation, because you've been living there since what, 97? 96?
I couldn't tell you, 17 to 20 years.
You're renting a house there?
Yeah.
You on Section 8?
Not yet. We're trying.
Okay. Hang tight for me, all right?
Sure.
Okay. Trish, here's what we're gonna do. My partner is fixing to go out there right now and talk to Mr. Yu. Okay? We're gonna see if he'll turn it away from your house,
Thank you.
okay?
I wanna go out there, I wanna hear it for myself.
He wants to hear it.
And all that.
He has it off now.
Well,
We'll get him turned on.
Okay. Haven't turned it on high blast. But I do want you to hear the video that my daughter has on her phone of what.
Okay, we'll listen to that here in just a second, okay? But understand, I want you to understand this, okay? As of right now, you have made a false report to the police department, okay? If there's something going on at your house, or something happens, and you have to call the police, you cannot lie or fib or exaggerate or anything to make it sound worse than it is.
Okay.
And that's what you did, didn't you?
Obviously.
Okay. So, you can't do that, all right? You can call the police and say, hey, look, I'm having a problem with my neighbor. He threw trash in my yard. Don't call 911. Call non-emergency. We get that. We understand that. But what you don't want to do is call and say, when somebody walks by and throws a cup in your yard, you don't want to call and say, he threw a dumpster in my yard and knocked over my mailbox. You can't exaggerate things. You can't do those things. Okay? And that's the problem we have here. All right? We're going to try to get this resolved, but ultimately, like my partner said, both y'all got to grow up a little bit.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Absolutely.
All right. Let's go listen to this video. You got anything else? All right. Let's go listen to this real quick.
And we'll, you've got that, what she has right there that's highlighted, you've got that on already, right? From your research?
That is when I talked to Allison,
Can I have this?
yes, you may.
Okay. I'm going to hang all this and put it in the file. That way my partner can show him that, he needs to try
And he
and
can also get his money back if he will call Miss Allison.
Well, I'm not about to tell him that he needs to send that thing back, because he has every right to
He can do
whatever he
whatever.
wants to.
Don't have
No,
the right to
hang on, listen to me. He has every right to do whatever he thinks he needs to do to protect his property and not listen to barking dogs all the time. He can do that as long as it does not intrude on
I would
anybody else.
like to see the videotape where.
Listen to me. As long as that does not intrude on somebody else, he has every right to do that.
You'd like to see the videotape of what?
Of my dogs barking 15 minutes.
Well, we're not going to start going through videos.
No, I would really like to see that
No,
because
no.
I generally go
Well,
out.
listen, I don't know, but is this the video you have? Right?
I've got another video over dogs barking.
Okay. Being
I don't know
in
if it's 15 minutes.
Being in the room, obviously, if he says he's got it, I'm gonna believe he's got it. I'm gonna listen to a video that you guys have, based off your report you've made already. I'm gonna tell you right point blank to your face, that don't hold water with me because you've already lied.
Okay,
Okay, we'll listen to it.
okay, please
Okay,
do.
that's why what he told you a while ago when he called the police from this point forward,
Yeah,
complete honesty. Okay,
Okay.
because this is the elephant in the room now.
okay,
You have lied to us.
okay,
Okay, so now we're gonna have to, every time you call us and you say this happened, we're gonna have to establish whether or not you're being honest with us,
okay.
okay? It sounds harsh and all that, but that's
No.
just the reality of things.
It is the reality.
Okay.
I mean, something has to be done for
Yes.
the 17-year-old.
Something has to be done, you're right, and we got to figure out what that is exactly, okay?
And
Because I don't know
it's
if,
not fair to her.
well, I don't, well, here, your video, or the video that I've seen with you throwing up, that's crap.
Yes,
Okay, so now I don't know if the 17-year-old, if that's really happening to her or not, or if you're putting things in the subliminal messages and all that, whatever that is. You know what I mean? I mean, you're the one who brought that up, not me.
yes, but you should even know that in the city of Mesquite, being detectives, they do have the high frequency pitches in certain areas that deter teenagers because they can hear it, but they disperse.
Patricia,
What the hell
that
are you
is
talking about?
absolutely false.
Oh, no, I had a police officer tell me that.
Well, that police officer does not know what he's talking about. That is absolutely false. That would be illegal in every sense of the word.
Okay.
That is not the truth. That is absolutely
Then I
crazy.
also had been lied to by the police.
Okay, then the police lied to you. If that's what, I want the officer's name that told you
I
that.
have no idea who it was.
Because that is not true,
He
okay? And I'm gonna take this a step further, okay? There is video of the 17-year-old walking out while you're having your little fit, that we know is not true. When that thing is on, and that 17-year-old was not phased. Okay? So we're gonna get this taken care of.
We're done.
Yeah, come on.
We need to talk to the 17-year-old.
We're gonna work on trying to get this thing